Okay, great. We're starting now. Thanks so much. Okay, so welcome to our President of Pequannock Debate. We are so excited that all of you have joined us for this event today, and we're going to hear from our Blue and Gold Party candidates, and we'll hear all about the policies that they've designed and organized and created really from the ground up this year. They really have a lot of great ideas, very unique policies, and we're so excited to hear them speak on behalf of that. Both parties, I have to say, have put an abundance of effort and time and commitment into everything they've done. And I just want to say a big thank you to all of them, and I want to let them know how proud I am of all of their efforts. So thank you guys so much. Let's kick things off with our campaign ads. Both parties made campaign commercials that I will share with the audience now. And then as soon as we're done with our commercials, while you get a sense of who the parties are, we'll get right into the questions for the debate. And teachers, just keep in mind, and administrators also, if you would like to participate in the debate, we'd love to hear from you. So I will offer some questions first, and then following that, we'd love to open up the floor to any teachers to ask. So keep that in mind if you would like to, okay? Let's share our commercials. Okay, here we go.
So school, I already have my homework. I take different classes with the homework. I don't even know where to start.
This party cares about your wellness. Our Wellness Wednesdays focus on the mental health of both students and teachers. Our classes will follow a half-day schedule on these Wednesdays, and the remaining time will be allotted for club meetings. It's hard to be stuck in the classroom for hours when it's so nice outside. So we would like to implement outdoor learning spaces using spaces such as the senior courtyard or other spaces that have not been used in a while. This will allow for math break and create COVID-friendly classrooms at the student and teacher's convenience. Clubs will also be encouraged to get involved to make these outdoor spaces more visually appealing.
Businesses have taken a hit due to the pandemic, so we would like to start a mutual relationship with them by having discounts or student punch.
Businesses will benefit their students stopping by for lunch and having advertisements, while students will benefit from this program through exclusive discounts.
The Blue Party wants to incorporate all of the alumni and increase their presence by creating a hall of fame in one of the school's hallways.
Sports, clubs,
And other extracurriculars.
This pandemic has caused a lot of stress, but we hope that these policies will lead Pequannock to a brighter future. And remember, Blue Party has the students and teachers back.
If you vote for the Blue Party, we will work to make the mental well-beings of teachers and students a priority, as well as bring the community of Pequannock closer than it has ever been before. Thank you, and I approve this message.
Thank you, Blue Party, for that fantastic commercial. It was amazing that you guys were able to make that, put that together, and we will get to the Gold Party's commercial next, and then we'll start our questions for the debate.
One of our planks this year is called the Panther Portal. This is going to serve as a student hub for all different kinds of information that is available across the school that students may not know where to find. The building of this website will ensure that students have easier access to said information and will know where to find it because it is out there for us, but sometimes it's just difficult to find, especially in this new setting where we are virtual. So the Panther Portal will serve as a guide for all different students who are looking to get more involved in the school or community, or even just have some more things to put on their resume.
I think that one of our greatest planks is our College Connection program because it's a great way to build and strengthen relationships that go beyond our high school. And strengthening relationships during these hard times is something very important to the Gold Party.
One of the platforms I'm most excited about is our student-led teacher developmental sessions. In these sessions, student leaders would prepare lessons to teachers regarding how they find learning experiences and improve students' perspective. This might include implementing more group projects, providing examples of what really helped them last year or with other teachers, and anything else that students would like to communicate to their teachers.
One of my favorite parts of our platform is definitely the COVID-safe meetings because I feel like having club meetings is a really essential part of our school because it brings people in different grades together and it really helps their school spirit. So I think that if we can have these meetings again in a safe and socially distant manner. I think that we could really revitalize some of our missing school spirit.
I want to talk about how much I love our 8th and 5th grade Shadow Day plank. I think that this plank really emphasizes our party's value on getting students more involved in clubs and other activities within the school. And this program for the marching band has worked in increasing our numbers, and I like to see us trying to get students more club and sports involved as well by implementing a similar policy. My favorite Goals Party platform would definitely be the implementation of study hall. That way, high school juniors and seniors who have already met their elective requirements could use the time to get ahead on schoolwork, or even just use the period to de-stress and work on their mental health. And I know during times like these, a lot of students will agree with me that a study hall period would be greatly beneficial.
Thank you to the Gold Party for that amazing commercial and for putting all that together. Thank you so much to both parties. At this time, we will get into our questions for the debate. So I would like to introduce both parties and all their candidates. Representing our Gold Party is the Vice Presidential candidate, Sophia Corazzi, and their Presidential candidate, Reagan Vasilenko. And representing our Blue Party is their Vice Presidential candidate, Cara Gilliam, and their Presidential candidate, Zach Heskey. We can welcome everyone here today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the parties and the teachers for your support. And we will get going with our first question. Just so everyone knows, we'll hear from our Vice Presidential candidates first. The Gold Party was chosen at random today to go first in this portion of the debate, and then in the second half of the debate, the Blue Party will go first. The candidates have 2 minutes for their initial response and then 1 minute for their rebuttal if they so choose to respond. So here we go. Sophia, the first question you can start with. The first question is, how would you suggest our schools become more interconnected throughout the district in the future?
Hi, just checking you can hear me right. Okay. First off, I would like to thank Ms. Cohen for working so hard with us to allow us to participate in this project. Thank you to Mr. Hazler for continuously providing us feedback on how we can improve and helping us with communication. Thank you to Mr. Hoenig for his amazing speech, to the members of the Gold Party for being so involved and committed, and to all the teachers for being here and supporting us. This project has been the highlight of my senior year so far, so I'm very appreciative to all of you. The Gold Party is very focused on the importance of communication. With this, bringing our school and district together is highly prioritized, especially due to how COVID has affected us, causing students to participate in many activities from home. Our planks of having a 5th and 8th grade Shadow Day, as well as creating a Pequannock news source site, exemplifies this. Our 5th and 8th grade Shadow Days will allow for incoming middle or high school students to learn more about classes and teachers and activities, which will allow for them to be more comfortable the following year, as well as allowing the students to form connections with the teachers and coaches prior to the year. The Pequannock news source will allow for our community members to access information about activities or any of our district schools, as well as any town-based activities related to town hall or businesses in one combined location. Students involved in all activities would be encouraged to submit information such as musical clips and sports updates. This is similar to our town Facebook page, but can be accessed by everyone informally. These planks will be able to connect our students, teachers, and town, which we feel is especially important during a time in which we are separated. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you for starting us off as well. We'll hear next from Cara Gilliam. So Cara, same question. How would you suggest our schools become more interconnected throughout the district in the future?
Sorry. I just want to double check. Can everyone hear me as well? Everyone good? Okay, so before I begin, I'm sure I don't need to mention it twice, but I would just like to thank Mrs. Cohen, Mr. Hazler, and Mrs. Schreck for being so involved in our President of Pequannock Debate and project, and also to all of the teachers who have come out today to see us and support us. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say how thankful I am that we are happy to be here today and able to speak. The school year has tested all of us in ways of coming together. However, we as the Blue Party feel that we have multiple platforms that not only bring our school together, but our district closer as well. One of the first things is we proposed the idea of a district-wide field day, as well as other social events that can help to connect students throughout all levels of schooling. Though COVID may put a delay on these ideas, we feel that these could be used well into the future. This helps to connect not only 5th and 8th graders to their next year of school, but students overall, making the transition from grade to grade and school to school more seamless. In addition, it seems that there is a strong need for alumni feedback, yet there seems to be little to no motivation to return. We took a look around and wondered why. There is little recognition for the accomplishments of alumni. Our trophy display cases need restorations, and there is such rich history in all of them. We feel that holding events to recognize alumni as well as current students would be a great benefit to our district. And in addition, we feel that restoring these older trophy cases, as well as installing new ones, would encourage alumni to visit and see how much their work and dedication to PTHS truly means. We also feel that our plank of utilizing outdoor spaces can greatly benefit students and teachers, as it allows for classes and clubs to meet in a more open environment and allowing for a change of scenery. And seniors, I'm sure we can all agree that our senior courtyard may need some work. And we as the Blue Party feel we can restore these in addition to using these spaces so that it can be used and enjoyed by the school for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kara. Thank you to both of you for kicking off our debate in such a great way with your responses. Thank you. Sophia, would you like to have a rebuttal at this time, a 1-minute rebuttal for any of the responses that Kara had, or anything you want to add for your party?
Yes, please.
Please go right ahead. You have 1 minute.
The Gold Party agrees that alumni involvement is something that should be held as a priority in our school. Because of this, the Gold Party also has an alumni-based plank, which will allow for the same ideas, but in a more structured way that is beneficial for the students and their ability to learn from the alumni. While we all love our alumni, the Gold Party feels that connecting our community goes beyond former students and can extend to the middle and 3 elementary schools throughout our shadow days, as well as connecting our whole town by creating an overarching Pequannock news source to allow for everyone in town to participate in events. In terms of the activities for younger kids as presented by the Blue Party, our plans for shadow days allow for younger students to interact in a safe, COVID-friendly way until we are allowed to interact otherwise. The Connecting with Younger Students plank is difficult due to the fact that students and elementary parents would have to want to participate in these activities, whereas our shadow day idea is based more on how we can allow incoming students to be more prepared, which they would definitely benefit from. Thank you.
Thank you for your response. Kara, would you like to respond?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Go right ahead. You're welcome.
So as the Blue Party, we strongly want to emphasize the idea, again, of utilizing district-wide field days, because we feel that it gives a more genuine experience when talking to older and younger grades. In addition, the student portal that the Gold Party has proposed, although it is a good idea, seems a bit redundant, given that there is a school website, and again, which they had even mentioned, a town Facebook page. We feel that it would be best to utilize the school website rather than creating an entirely different platform and risk cross communicating and allowing students to get lost on either website. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Great responses. Thank you to both of you. In the next question, I want to thank Mrs. Streck for speaking on behalf of the Blue Party at our convention last week. In her keynote address, she mentioned the importance of extending empathy and kindness, as well as bettering the quality of student experiences. So the next question is based on that. In what ways does your party's platform help to address such ideas? Go ahead, Sophia, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Ms. Cohen, for that question, and thank you, Coach Streck, for being involved in our debate. The Gold Party members include some of the kindest, most helpful students in our school. The character of our party, based on the students, is a good representative of what PTHS is through good behavior and hard work. As many students and staff are currently struggling based on the challenges brought on by the pandemic, the Gold Party is aware of how essential empathy is, especially in a school environment. A way we can extend these qualities is by implementing plans regarding participation, school spirit, and involvement to combat mental health issues related to at-home learning. Many teachers miss seeing and interacting with their students, which can be improved upon by allowing students to participate in COVID-friendly club meetings, to allow for increased social interactions and a heightened sense of school spirit, which will have a positive effect on the mental health of students and staff. Allowing for club meetings in person with the necessary safety regulations will promote students to be involved and get out of the house. Also, implementing study halls would help students who struggle with busy schedules who could use this time to catch up on work, take a break, and complete anything needed, such as college applications or SAT prep. Accounting for students and staff needs are essential in improving the quality of our school experiences. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sophia. Kara, same question. Do you need me to repeat it, or are you all set?
I think I'm all good, Ms. Cohen. Thank you so much.
Go right ahead, 2 minutes.
Regarding the idea of kindness and empathy, I think it's very important to note that many of the planks of the Blue Party platform already keep this in mind. As I mentioned before, our district-wide field days, as well as our alumni programs, help to create this sense of community and even friendship. One of the biggest extensions of empathy from the district to the students would be the utilization of Wellness Wednesdays. These would be used once or twice a month and would have the school run on a half-day schedule. Not only can students use their extra time to catch up on schoolwork, but they can also utilize this time to meet with their teachers and guidance counselors. I think I speak for all of us when I say that guidance counselors within any district prove to be an essential part of helping students with their mental health. And by allowing this extra time on Wednesdays, students can meet with their guidance counselors and discuss what may be going on during these difficult times, or to find help with college applications or current classes. In addition, we feel that kindness can not only be shown within the walls of our schools, but throughout the town as well. With this in mind, we proposed the idea of working with small businesses of Pequannock Township by proposing giving 10% discounts to students who present a student ID or punch cards as possible ideas. Not only does this give students benefits for going to these small businesses, but will also help to increase the amount of people visiting and supporting these businesses. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sophia, would you like to respond?
Yes, please.
Go ahead, you have 1 minute.
The Gold Party feels as though cutting down school 1 or 2 times a month plus getting rid of 20-minute classes is more negative, as class time is necessary to allow students to communicate with teachers and vice versa, as well as get their education. Rather than 1 or 2 times a month, Study Hall provides daily breaks to allow students to take time out of their stressful day to rest, complete work, and study. As president of Interact Club, vice president of Foreign Affairs for Habitat for Humanity Club, a lawyer in mock trial, as well as a participant in many other clubs, I can say that club issues are currently due to lack of participation, which can be fixed with in-person meetings rather than just providing another time for Zoom meetings. Thank you.
Thank you for your response. Kara, would you like to respond to that?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Go right ahead.
I think one of the things that is very important to note is that the implementation of Study Hall has been brought up time and time again throughout the years, and we still have not seen this change come into place. We think that students will most likely take advantage of this time and not really utilize it as a way to study and use it properly, which is why we feel that utilizing Wellness Wednesdays would be a much better benefit. Given that it is much less time, students will really take advantage of this and utilizing it to really reach out to teachers because it's not given every day. In addition, we also want to mention, excuse me, I'm sorry. We also just want to mention, again, emphasizing the idea of these Wellness Wednesdays. And also too, we feel that COVID-friendly club meetings doesn't really make sense given that there are already clubs who are meeting during this time, clubs that both Reagan and I are a part of. In addition, meeting would also put a stress on the custodial staff given that they would have to clean up each time. And with these new sanitation procedures, it could be overwhelming. Thank you.
Thank you for your responses, both of you. Well done. Thank you very much. Here's your last question. Voters will receive their ballots as soon as this debate concludes. Why should voters choose your party? Go ahead, Sophia.
Thank you for this question. You should vote Gold because the Gold Party contains the most driven students. We have the initiative and the undoubtable ability to achieve and implement all of the goals we have planned in order to improve PCHS due to the extreme amount of work we've all put in and the care that we have for our school, peers, and for our teachers. The Gold Party and school spirit are synonymous. Our planks provide practical and necessary improvements that we will implement if given a chance. Our party prioritizes education and wellness through our student-run teacher development plank. This would give students and teachers the opportunity to communicate on lessons and activities that help promote an enjoyable education, increasing students' accountability while allowing them a place to inform teachers on how students work best will help the students and staff now and after the pandemic. The Gold Party knows how important education is, as we are all extremely involved in classes, sports, clubs, and programs that the county provides. You should vote for the Gold Party because we are a group of leaders who know firsthand what needs to be improved on, and we are determined to make PTHS as amazing as it can be for students and staff alike. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Kara, same question. Go right ahead. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you. I just want to say that I strongly encourage those who received their ballots today to please reflect and take some time to consider both parties, given that there is extra time this year. But to answer why I think that you should pick the Blue Party, my goodness, is because our slogan says it all. Our vision is your wellness. We are dedicated to really creating a platform and a program that will help out our students and staff during these difficult times. Zach and I, as well as the rest of our wonderful team, are always available to speak with you if you have any questions on them. We feel that, again, these ideas of community and togetherness are more important than ever. And we feel that you should pick us because we have both the staff and students' best interests in mind. We have reached out to multiple staff members as well as students to get an idea of how we can maintain a sense of normality during these difficult times. And we feel that, again, our events like Wellness Wednesdays, including events like district-wide field days, and also having ideas such as our small businesses connection to students could be greatly utilized and truly reflect your wellness as our vision. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would just like to congratulate both vice presidential candidates. Job well done. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Kara. Feel free in our audience, you can come off of mute and cheer for them, clap for them. Please do so. I think they did a wonderful job. Thank you so much to both of you.
Yay, Kara.
Oh, Sophia. Excellent job. Thank you so much. In the interest of time, we will move right into the questions for our presidential candidates. So I want to welcome Zach and Reagan. Zach is representing the Blue Party as the presidential candidate. Reagan is representing the Gold Party as the presidential candidate. And we will reverse the order now and start with the Blue Party answering questions. So Zach, feel free to start us off with this first question. Your parties have designed plans in reference to various areas of our high school environment, including ideas for increasing alumni involvement, creating a Panther portal, developing Wellness Wednesdays, and initiating student-led teacher development sessions. If any of your proposals were to be adopted by our school in the next year, which one would you want to see adopted first and why? Go ahead, Zach, you have 2 minutes.
Well, first I'd like to start off by thanking Mrs. Cohen and Mr. Hazler for the work they put in so that we can have this debate today. I agree. I think all the teachers can agree with me that this is a staple in Pequannock culture, and it's a great pleasure that we can do this today. I also like to thank Mrs. Schreck, who took time out of being a busy mom and busy teacher to speak on behalf of the Blue Party and the candidates, me and Kara. To answer the question, I understand that this year, the teachers have had a tough time with the hybrid schedules and virtual schedules that we've had. My mom's a teacher as well, and she's had to deal with these difficult challenges of Google Meets and Zooms and, students not having their cameras on. So the first plank of our platform that we'd like to introduce is for your benefit, which will be our Wellness Wednesdays and afternoon time management. We believe that these planks will work together to provide relief for students and teachers that they need. Even though that the students and teachers have been presented with this extraordinary challenge of learning during this pandemic, they've done excellent work in pushing through, and we think they deserve a break. Teachers and students will use Wellness Wednesdays to either catch up on necessary grading or work, chat with students who may need extra help, or just use it to shut the laptop down and take a walk in the neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Great start. Thanks for kicking that off. Same question, Reagan. Would you like me to repeat it, or are you all set?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, go right ahead, 2 minutes.
Allow me to start by saying thank you to Ms. Cohen for enabling us to be here today to share our ideas with all of you. It's because of your hard work that we are all here and ready to debate today. Thank you to Mr. Hazler for all of your help during this process and your insight on all of our planks. Thank you to Mr. Honig for giving a fantastic speech at our convention last Friday. You are truly an inspiration for all of us. Thank you to the Gold Party for all of your hard work and dedication. This is only possible because of each of you, so thank you. Finally, thank you to the staff for taking time out of your day to come out and support us. To answer your question, we genuinely believe that all of our planks can help bring about necessary improvements to our district. However, the plank that I think would be best to start with is our student-led teacher development sessions. We believe that this plank encompasses everything that we stand for as a party: communication, togetherness, student-teacher relationships, and building a better Pequannock for everyone. This plank allows us to set a foundation for building stronger student-teacher relationships, as well as promote the understanding and communication between the two groups. This communication will help us create a better environment and put us on the right path to ensure our community's good nature and that necessary conversations are happening. Even though we may have to physically be apart, that does not mean we cannot work together for a better future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Zach, would you like to respond? You have 1 minute if you'd like to.
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Go right ahead. You're welcome.
I think that a greater focus should be placed on the mental well-being of teachers and students. I feel like communication will be unnecessary if teachers and students are burnt out from teaching and learning through these hour-long classes and trying to cram in lessons to these 25-minute periods. Speaking on behalf of the student-teacher lesson invigoration, we believe that this is already in place in Pequannock, as student council meets twice a week with Mr. Hazler, and there's already student representation at the Board of Education. So we feel that a greater focus would be more beneficial on the Wellness Wednesday plank of our platform than the Gold Party's 8th student and teacher meetings.
Thank you very much. Reagan, would you like to respond?
Yes, thank you.
Right ahead, you're welcome.
In terms of your Wellness Wednesday plank, you mentioned that by creating half days once or twice a month, you will be able to give students more time to get involved in clubs, and that it will alleviate their stress. But do you think that this occurring just once or twice a month will have that big of an impact in the overall scheme of things? If we really want to solve the issue of mental health, this is something that needs to be built into every day, not just once or twice a month. The only way we can achieve this is by bringing students and staff together to address the issues at hand and how to fix them, and ensure that the mental health can become a priority for everyone in the school every day, not just on the off occasion. You could go about this with planks such as our study hall. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your response. Let's move to our next question. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'd like to thank Mr. Honig for giving his keynote address speech last week at the Gold Party's convention. And within his speech, he spoke about what defines a leader. The question is, what leadership qualities do you possess that make you the best choice for President of Pequannock? Go ahead, Zach, you can start us off.
Well, I don't know if many teachers know this about me, but I was actually an out-of-district student when I came to PTHS my freshman year. I went to a small Catholic school in Pompton Lakes, and when I graduated, I was the student body president and the vice president of National Junior Honor Society. With those leadership roles, I led lots of service projects and fundraisers for donations such as to St. Jude's Children's Hospital or American Red Cross. And when I came to Pequannock, I was very hoping to bring this energy and this spirit to this project, such as the AP governmental project, but also speaking that the Blue Party's campaign couldn't have gotten this far without the leadership of the entire team. Speaking on behalf of my vice presidential candidate, Kara Gilliam, she has been to government process and passed legislation. And on the Blue Party campaign team, we've had sport captains, student body leaders, as well as leaders in our community. So we think that with the team working together, we'll be able to create a better Pequannock that with the platform we created. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Same question, Reagan. Would you like me to repeat it, or are you all set?
I'm good to go. Thank you.
Great, go ahead.
I believe that both myself and the rest of my party possesses the leadership qualities needed to enact the change we want to see in our school and our community. I personally was a part of the team that created and now manages the school social medias. Through that experience, I learned how important communication is to our school and our district. Many of our planks focus on that, as I have gotten an inside perspective of what needs to change. Many of us on the Gold Party are on executive boards of various clubs, so we have ample experience taking on numerous responsibilities and making important decisions. Both Sophia and myself are team captains. Because of this, we have been able to take what we have learned in those leadership roles and have found ways to use them throughout this process and will continue to utilize them if we are elected. An essential part of our party is that we are made up of all different types of people. Some are very academically involved, some play several sports, some excel in music, while others are very community-oriented. Because of our wide variety of teammates, we have gotten many different perspectives that have helped us throughout this process. These perspectives are a valuable tool as they allowed us to create planks that cater to each person. All this taken into account, I think that the Gold Party is equipped with exactly what we need to become the leaders this school needs. A vote for gold is a vote towards the people's Pequannock. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In the interest of time, I'll move into the third question. The third question focuses on your platforms. And of all the suggestions that your platforms created, which are wonderful, and a lot of them focusing on benefiting our teachers and our students, either within our school or throughout the district, which policy do you feel is most attainable and why? Go ahead, Zach, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mrs. Cohen. The Blue Party believes that the first thing we can implement is the revitalization of the trophy cases and the implementation of a Hall of Fame. I know as teachers, you will probably have enjoyment in seeing your past students come back to Pequannock, and I think the only way we can get them back is if we implement these incentives for them to make them feel like they are a Panther for life. We can definitely achieve that this school year, even though we are probably remote for a majority of it. And hopefully this will start a precedence for next year in starting an alumni convention where they can speak on behalf of themselves for the college experiences they have, or even the career advice they've gained. And this will benefit all students of PTHS, freshmen to seniors. As well, this year, we believe we can implement the outdoor learning spaces. We only have to bear at least 1 or 2 more months of cold weather. And once the sun comes out, we hope to take the classroom outside and benefit from this new environment of teaching and learning. Furthermore, our plank on the local business partnership, a member of my team has already started the process into doing this. She has sat on a call with the Chamber of Commerce, so we hope to enact this plan if we are elected. Thank you.
Wonderful response. Thank you very much. Reagan, same question for you. Of all those suggestions in your platform that focus on benefiting teachers and students, either within our school or throughout the district, which one do you feel is most attainable and why? Go ahead, you have 2 minutes.
If there's one thing that our school needs, it's the Panther portal. There are a ton of information and opportunities that are out there for all of us. Still, most of it goes unutilized because no one can figure out where to find it. The answer to this problem is simple. We create one well-organized information hub that everyone has easy access to and will allow people to know exactly where to find what they're looking for. The answer to our problem is the Panther portal. The website will do wonders for us as a school. Students will be able to access all of the school's opportunities and have a chance to get involved in the school efficiently. They will know all the clubs we have and get the opportunity for sign up for things that they may not have known about otherwise. Students will also get game schedules so that when COVID allows, they can be in attendance and spread their Panther pride. This site will expose students to many community events and help get kids involved in the community. The possibilities are endless. The Panther portal is an essential addition that PTHS needs. The Gold Party and I are prepared and highly motivated to be the ones to introduce this source to your school. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Zach, would you like to respond? You have 1 minute if you'd like to.
Yes, please.
Go right ahead.
Focusing on the Gold Party's plank of the Panther Nation website, we believe that this would cause more confusion as this information is already accessible to students through the PTHS Nation Instagram, Twitter account, and also the district website that is already put in place. We believe that a greater focus this school year should be placed on the alumni initiative that we are taking. That way it will have a greater benefit for students in the future so they can make easier decisions on what career they want to follow and what college they might want to go to. So we believe that will be best in place for Pequannock this year.
Thank you. Reagan, do you want to respond?
Yes, please.
Go right ahead. You have 1 minute.
I have to respectfully disagree with the opinion of the Panther portal. I think that this is a key thing that we need this year. There have been a lot of board education meetings saying that they want to get rid of our school website because it is not up to date and does not have what the people need. And a lot of the features that we have, while they are out there on the social medias and all bunch of different websites, not everyone has these social medias and get access to these things. And the website is managed by other people that aren't our school. So we can't readily update it with community events and such. But we would have a big list of all the clubs, which is not available on the school website, every club that we have, and ways to sign up for them. Teacher SAT prep classes, which is another feature you will not find on our school website. Student job opportunities that have been available through the office and guidance that people might be embarrassed to ask about. They now have a way to do that without having to confront people. And community events, because while we have some on our website, they're not readily updated and accessible to everyone. We feel that promoting communication between the school and its students is something that is very important, especially this year. So good communication is a step closer to keeping us together while we are apart. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Outstanding job to both candidates. Thank you so much for your responses, for your answers. Feel free to come off of mute if you'd like and cheer for them and clap for them. You guys did an outstanding job with those questions.
Guys did a great job.
Yes, Zach. Yes, Zach. Great job, everybody.
I do want to open up the floor to our teachers while we have a minute or so at the end of our debate. And just so everyone knows, I let the parties and candidates know that either candidate could respond to teacher questions. The vice presidential candidate could respond, or the presidential candidate could respond for either party. I know Mr. McBurney had asked last week if he could ask some questions. So I would be happy to have you join us, Mr. McBurney, if you want to ask anything, or any other teachers if you'd like to add in. So please feel free.
Should we raise our hand or?
Sure. Would you like to ask a question, Mr. Khalil?
I would. The question I have is, with classes outside, how would you create mechanisms to not discriminate against the all virtual students? Because, many of them, I know some of my best students are all virtual, and their main concern is trying to keep their family members safe.
We'll start with the blue party for this response. We said we would keep it the same order. So Zach or Kara, feel free to respond if you'd like to. Let's do about a minute or so. Okay, go right ahead.
So that is actually a really great question. Thank you for asking. I believe Mr. Khalil, asked it. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. We understand that obviously virtual learning tends to have less of a involvement physically in school. And we are hoping that by utilizing these outdoor spaces, we are able to maintain that social distance, even as going as far as to social distancing and wearing masks outside to encourage virtual students to maybe possibly join us. Or we can utilize the ideas of just bringing Chromebooks out and having Zoom up so that our students are able to technically be outside with us. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Kara. Reagan or Sophia, would you like to respond?
Yeah. So this question was more so directed to the blue party, as it was one of their planks, but the gold party believes that this plank would provide a distractive learning environment, not only for the students who are in person and outside, but mostly for the students who would be on Zoom virtually. Their in-person incentives also leaves out virtual kids as well. Thank you.
Thank you for your responses. Thank you both. I know Miss Dooley also had a question. She had told me she prepared, and I don't know if Mr. McBurney is still with us. I know he joined before, but if he'd like to ask a question, that would be great too. Miss Dooley, do you want to offer yours?
Hello, everybody. First, I just want to congratulate both parties. You guys have done a fantastic job. I do have a question in regards to your mental health platforms. So both parties have a focus on wellness and mental health in schools. The Blue Party presents a Wellness Wednesday approach, and the Gold Party focused on the implementation of a study hall. How do you think your party could combine these topics for the betterment of all students at PTHS?
Great question. Thank you very much. Kara or Zach, would you like to start us off?
I think definitely taking a stance on our afternoon time management plank would be a great way to combine it, as a study hall is for students to independently work and on any work they might need to catch up on, and our afternoon time management allows for students to exit the Zoom and independently work on work that was assigned by their teacher, which allows them to take the stress of maybe like being on camera. They can listen to music while they do so, or they don't have the stress of having their camera on and being on the computer the entire day.
Thank you, Zach. Reagan, Sophia, would you like to respond?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Go ahead.
We believe that wellness is obviously a very important idea, and we do like the idea of having some mental health days as they proposed, but we do not feel that they would be frequent enough in the way that they propose them. But our study hall would be a daily occurring thing, so perhaps we can have like a once a week or every couple days implement one of their half-day programs into that, or just have like a free period to do things that they would get done during their wellness periods that the Blue Party are suggesting, but on a daily basis, like our study hall is supposed to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to both of you for responding. Any other teachers want to ask questions? These are great questions so far.
Okay, I have McBurney's question, but he just can't talk right now.
Okay, thank you,
So McBurney's question was, if your party won, which plank of the other party would you implement and why?
Great question. Zach or Kara, do you want to start us off with that?
Yes, I think that a great platform plank that the Gold Party has is the College Connection Convention, which is also a part of our platform as well. We believe that alumni hold great potential to aid our current students in giving them advice that they need for the future, while not bombarding them with, stressful choices that they have to make of what they want to do for the rest of their lives. However, we agree that we do need to have incentives for the alumni to come back to Pequannock and guide these students through this next chapter in their life.
Thank you. Excellent response. Reagan or Sophia, would you like to respond?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
So my favorite plank of the Blue Parties is the afternoon time management plank, except I would ask for some changes in terms of the scheduling. For example, I feel getting rid of 25-minute periods isn't helpful for education, especially if you're also taking 1 to 2 Wellness Wednesdays off. For this, I would propose making the 25-minute periods into 30-minute periods by taking away some of the time from the beginning periods in order to allow for this afternoon time management to become more promotive in terms of education and allowing students to feel as though they have enough time to participate in class and learning activities, as the Blue Party presented that 25 minutes would not allow for them to do. Thank you.
Thank you for your responses. Thank you to both of you. Would any other teachers like to ask a question? We could probably fit in 1 or 2 more if anyone else would like to participate. Or administrators, or anyone who's joined us recently, feel free.
Ms. Cohen, if I could pop in.
Hi, Mr. Hickler, of course.
Sorry I'm late. I was doing some class meetings.
That's okay.
Updating people on scheduling. But first of all, congratulations to everyone. Everybody has done a great job, and I'm so proud of everyone for this. And thank you to Mrs. Cohen for making this happen. My question is, at the end of the day, whoever wins this, right, or is selected as the president, now has a responsibility. This isn't just a project where it's over and you get graded on it and you're done, right? You want to be able to carry this message forward. And I'm usually the person, along with Mrs. Cohen, that conducts these meetings with you. What steps are you going to take to make sure that your platform is really pushed forward to the administration? Because you're going to be involved in other things, right? You're going to be involved in sporting events and activities, and other classes are going to start to happen. And the AP government debate is going to be a thing of the past. What are you going to do to take the responsibility so that it's not just on the shoulders of Mrs. Cohen or me or your teachers, right? So that's really my question: is what steps and what is your time frame in terms of implementation of some of these things?
Jack or Kara, do either of you want to respond? Go ahead.
Yes, I would love to. Thank you, Mr. Hazler, for being able to join us and asking such a great question. I think it is very important to note that, as Zach had mentioned earlier, Zach and I, as well as the rest of our team, are already a part of, or have been a part of, decent amounts of leadership positions and have helped to accomplish many things. I know myself, I have helped create lasting change, not only in school, but in New Jersey legislation as a whole. We feel that we are a strong team and that we will continue to work together because we know that it is our priority. This is not something that we will do for a project and give up on, because we truly feel that we care and we want to see this change. And one of the things that we've always been told is, if we want to see change, we have to be that change. We are willing to dedicate our time to helping to fix these outdoor spaces if they are in poor condition. We are willing to talk to the Board of Education. We are willing to talk to teachers and students as we have done so already. We are really willing to dedicate our time because, again, we feel that we have confidence in our platforms. We believe in our platform and our planks, and we feel that we can truly accomplish this. As far as a time frame goes, I feel as though certain policies and ideas can already be implemented. We can begin the process of utilizing outdoor spaces, as Zach had mentioned earlier, for the springtime, as well as beginning restoration on trophy cases for our alumni programs. Programs that might take a bit of time to get into place due to COVID and other restrictions may be the possibility of district-wide field days, or obviously local businesses, since they have to go through obviously certain policies, certain discussions. But overall, to answer your question, we are dedicated and we will get it done.
Thank you very much, Kara. Excellent answer. Sophia or Reagan, would you like to add in for the goal party?
Yes, thank you.
Go right ahead.
When we went about creating these planks, we created them with the intent of them being implemented. We didn't just create these to have something down. We are all very passionate about each of these planks and spent hours on hours editing them and making them to the best they could possibly be. We got up on weekends to do Zoom calls, to refurbish these. These are our lives at this point. We eat, sleep, and breathe these planks. So if we have the opportunity to implement them, we will. We're a very, very dedicated group of people, as you can see from the quality of our work that we've put out. Everything that we've created, we have had an opportunity to create a COVID-friendly alternative to them. So if any of these really strike the fancy of the board or any of the higher ups, we can easily go right into putting these. In terms of the Panther portal, there have been a lot of board meetings where they've talked about wanting to redo the website anyway. And I know that there is a Marketing 2 project going on along the same lines of that. So we could easily jump on either of those projects and help them out with that and implement our ideas. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want to congratulate both parties. Mr. Hazler, did you want to follow up with anything?
I look forward to working with who. To me, there is no winner, right? I am more than willing to work with any party. My goal is to make sure that whatever platforms we can feasibly do from either party, we're going to try and do. One of them that came up from last year, as I spoke to a lot of you, is our AP and elective fair. And that was something that we're instituting this year. For the students, and so that came out of this project. So I don't want you to think that you just did this just to do it, right? We're really going to work at trying to implement some of these things, and it may not be next year, it might be for the year after, depending on some of it, but we're going to work towards it, right? And that's what this is all about. So thank you everyone for your work with this. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for your support. Congratulations to all of you. Job well done, Blue Party and Gold Party, all your candidates. I'm so proud of you all, and I'm so impressed by your work. I hope you're checking out the comments. The teachers are thrilled to have been a part of this, and thank you to all the teachers and administrators that came today. So thanks so much to everybody for being here. You will receive a ballot in your email very shortly, And when you get that, we have until Friday to place our votes. And then we will be looking forward to announcing our winner this year of our President of Pequannock project. So thank you so much to everyone, to the students, the teachers, our administration, and thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your afternoon. Congratulations to everyone. Thanks so much, guys.